Hello and welcome back to Explore Home Repeat. Today we're at the Winchester Science Centre and Planetarium in Wiltshire. A hands-on attraction with interactive exhibits, experiments and one of the UK's largest standalone planetariums. It promises plenty to keep kids and adults busy and curious, but is it actually worth the high entry price? We'll take a look around, try out the activities and see how it stacks up as a family day out. Right, now let's go and explore. So we literally just got here. They said there's a planetarium showing at 12:30, so we're just going to go straight in and see. The planetarium show wasn't a flashy pre-recorded film. Instead it felt more like a live lecture. The guide was really knowledgeable, and whilst it was more aimed at adults than kids, it was really interesting with some great visuals on the dome. So here we are, here's the reception. You've got a great big cafe over here, looks quite cool. And then you just walk into this massive area. There's a giant guitar and what looks like a big planet up there. A space rocket. Looks like loads to explore. Really, really cool in here. Much sort of bigger and better than I was expecting. Oh, this is a Cialdini plate. And you have to pour some sand through the top.
Up here.
And then what do?
You press the button and then the frequency. Hold it down, hold it.
Oh, whoa, look at that.
And you can try and make a pattern. That's it.
Whoa. Oh, so this is an interesting thing about aerated water that I've not really thought about before. So the boat is floating on top at the minute, but if you put loads of air through it using this button, the boat then sinks because the water gets less dense. I've lost Izzy and Sienna and apparently they are in beneath the blue, so let's go and have a look inside here. Oh, they've got one of these interactive sand pits with a projector above it, and as you move it,
and you bring it up.
You can fill it up with water, so it's like a terrain map. It's flashing on the camera, but it's not in real life. There's all kinds of things about the ocean and how people are affecting the oceans. That's really cool in here, all dark and lots of lights to brighten it up. And Sienna's having a whale of a time playing with the sand. And we've got a snake pendulum here, so I have to release the lever and all the balls are at different lengths. Whoa, so this is all about kind of patterns and frequencies and things. So here you've got two funnels that you can turn and some headphones to put on. Wow, so I can really hear sounds from all over the place. And as I turn it, I can listen to different things. And it's really loud. It's amazing. When I was a kid, I used to love the Science Museum in London, and this has got the same vibe. It's got so much, everything is interactive, not just some of it, everything is interactive. Looks like it's 2 floors as well. The place is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. They've got this absolutely giant guitar, which actually works. Plus you can also press down on the strings to change the note, and they've got a capo here that you can use to squeeze against the strings and make the pitch higher. So not only is there this whole top floor, we've got another floor below. Now down here they were doing lots of bubble demonstrations and things at certain times during the day, but down there is also all of the space bit as well as the theatre where they're putting on a bubble show. So we're downstairs now, and they've got this whole area called Explorer Space, which looks super themed and really, really cool. How cool is this? It's amazing. So here telling you about the moon mission. So I guess it tells you all about the route they took, going in sort of a figure of 8 around the moon. Amazing. Mummy's going up into the spacesuit. Look, Sienna. There she is. Oh, so you put your arms in. There's Mummy. Whoa, she's in space, Sienna. She's in space. It's really good. They're teaching kids about where oxygen comes from and how you could possibly get it in space and why plants need animals and animals need plants and things. It's brilliant. They get to control a robot like it's on Mars. Oh. They're coming to play with the robot. There's just so much to do. Sienna doesn't know what to do with herself, does she?
Honestly, it's quite hard with the toddler. You can't focus on anything in one time at the minute. She's just running around and just doesn't know what to do. She's losing her mind. It's obviously amazing for all ages.
They've got an infrared camera over here that shows you in infrared. So it shows your temperature through the screen. This is cool, so you can pull up a planet on here and then use the screen to control what bit of the planet you're looking at. I have to say, this is brilliant. I think Sienna's perhaps a little bit young for it, but there is just, oh my God. I remember the Science Museum in London, and that was always brilliant, but this is a whole museum with just nothing but interactive bits. This Space Explorer section as well, absolutely. Theming is incredible. Oh, I think they've got a bottle rocket thing here. So I'm going to pump it up. Pump it right up as far as it will go. And then I'm going to press the moon button and see what happens. Oh, good. So there's a camera here and a bit of a seat here and the rest of it here. But what it gives you is this crazy effect where it looks like you're tiny and you're on a massive chair. Whoa, look, you're tiny, Sienna. You're on a big chair. There is so much seating here as well for the cafe. This is right next to the soft play. We've just spotted out here, there's an outdoor area with loads of bubble making. This outdoor area of the museum was really good. It had lovely views across the South Downs and loads of chances to make giant bubbles. Sienna and all of us had a really good time out here. Well done, Sienna! So this was cool. They had this little make station. So you can get a load of pipe cleaners and a little lolly stick over here. And then you can bend it into a shape like you've got here and then go outside and use it as a bubble wand. And they've got a load of bubble mixture out there and someone's showing you how to do it. Really, really good. I love this place. So this whole area is largely about sound and obviously your ears. So again, loads of interactive things. Interactive screens over here. A giant ear model with, I think, is this an eardrum here? And this is about the cochlea inside your ear, and you can hear all the different frequencies. You've got a ball launcher here, and what you do is you pull on this rope to lift this weight right up, and then I think when I let it go, the air pressure will push this tennis ball up in the air. Let's have a look. I'm going to let go now. I just sat down at this screen and typed my name in, and it tells you how to use sign language to sign your name. But it also prints it out for you so you can take it home and then learn how to do it. So now we've just typed in Sienna. Now we click continue, press the big button, and there it is. That's how you say Sienna. And look, Sienna, out it comes. There you go, and that tells you how to say your name in sign language.
I think I'm going to guess mine. I think mine's I-S-A-B-E-L-L-E, which I think is right, but I could be wrong.
Well, I've just learnt a new skill that I didn't know my wife had. Overall, we really enjoyed our visit to Winchester Science Centre. Yes, it is on the pricey side, but the huge range of interactive exhibits kept us busy for hours. The Planetarium was really interesting, though definitely better suited to older kids and adults. For us, the real highlights were the Explorer space area and of course making all those bubbles with Sienna. The cafe was a really nice bonus as well. In the end, we think it's well worth the money and definitely a place we'd recommend for a family day out. With that being said, we're off home. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.